Today we're going to go over some minor chords and some alternatives to playing those chords through a song. I'm going to use the song Loan Me a Dime by Scaggs and Duane Allman. We kind of take that progression and use it to show you these examples. But you can use these examples and modify them or use them the same way in other songs over the same kind of chords. So anyway, first chord you're going to use is a A minor. First finger barred across all the strings on the 5th fret. Take your ring finger, 5th string, 7th fret, pinky finger, 4th string, 7th fret. So there's your A minor chord. You can also change that to just using the bottom 4 strings. Put your ring finger on the 4th string, 7th fret, bar your first finger across the bottom 4 strings, or just the bottom 3 strings, whichever. Another way you can do it is you can pull your ring finger up, and that'll give you a 7th chord. Depending on the progression you're playing, sometimes you can throw that in there. If you can't, you can break it down and just use the bottom 3 strings, 1st, 2nd, 3rd on the 5th fret. That right there, you're just taking your first finger on the bottom 3 strings, slide it back to the 4th fret, and then back up to the 5th fret. There's some ways to play your A minor chord. The next chord in the progression is a D minor, and if you take the A major chord shape and just drop it down 1 fret, or 1 string, and just use the 1st through 5th strings, it gives you your D minor. Bar the first finger across the 1 through 5 strings on the 5th fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 6th fret, ring finger and pinky finger, 4th string, 3rd string, 7th fret. And you can lift these 3 fingers off and hammer on to a Sometimes that'll work in the progression you're using, sometimes it won't. But these are just little things you can try and see what fits in certain progressions and what you're working with. Another thing you can do for that D minor chord is if you remove the first finger and just left your other 3 fingers there. Another option is to put your first finger back down on the 1st string, 5th fret. What I like to do is 1st finger, 5th fret, 1st string, middle finger, 6th fret, 2nd string, ring finger, 3rd string, 7th fret. With that, I'm just adding my pinky to the 8th fret, 1st string. Okay. Now there's the next thing that happens in the song is rundown. where you'll hear a bass note or a low note on the guitar, bass guitar, either one, that goes. The whole time it's doing that, it's other easier ways to do this, yes, but this is just how I do it. So the first one, I'll usually do a first finger 5th fret 6th string, bar my either middle finger or ring finger over these first 3 strings on the 5th fret. Further I go down, I'll switch fingers to give me a more wider coverage of the frets. The only thing you're doing is then it'll go back to that D minor chord. And then it's going to go back to the A minor chord again and do that walk down. But what I've done is taken part of the Stairway to Heaven progression and so what you're going to do is what I showed you earlier with that A minor chord, where we're using the ring finger on the 4th string and barring that first finger across. We're going to do that. That's going to be our starting point, and that's going to pretty much be our pivot point through the first 3 parts of this. So the first part is, all I'm doing is picking down from the 4th string to the 1st string and back up. Now we're going to take the ring finger off, put our middle finger down on the 6th fret, 4th string, ring finger down, 1st string, 7th fret. Last one, you lift your middle finger off, and you're just going to use your 1st finger on the 4th string as for your bar, and you're going to add your pinky, 8th fret, 1st string. So here we go. Slide your 1st finger down to the 2nd fret, 4th string, bar it across, middle finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret, ring finger, 4th string, 4th fret, yep. So you got F chord. And what I like to use for the alternate of that chord is going up to the 13th fret, making a major chord across the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. So you got ring finger, 4th string, 15th fret, middle finger, 3rd string, 13th or 14th fret, 1st finger across the 1st and 2nd string on the 13th fret. So you got. And then I'll go back to D minor. A minor. D minor. A minor. And then for the type of turnaround lick at the end, I do just taking that version of the minor chord, D minor chord that we're using. First finger, 5th fret, 1st string, 2nd finger, or middle finger, 2nd, string, 6th fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 7th fret. I'm just going to play through one way of playing through it, and then the next time through I'll try to throw in some different things. So there you go. That gives you some different ways to play an A minor chord, D minor chord, E minor chord, of course, because you're just moving it up, so the same things apply. A couple different ways to do the rundown. One is just, the other one's the Stairway to Heaven. A couple different ways to play that F chord.